new here, thanks for stopping by. We're here to react to another interesting video today. I found one that's titled Top 10 Pieces of Tech That Do Not Exist Anymore. Okay, so let's check out these pieces of tech that apparently just we let go of using them. In 3, 2, and 1.
This time, to liven up my tale, I brought along some visual aids. Just call me Slideshow Bob.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody do it.
Welcome to
Nobody
Watch
called him
Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 tech that doesn't exist anymore.
This one looks pretty good.
Oh, you don't want to buy that VCR.
I don't?
No, actually, to be totally honest with you, you don't want to buy any VCR. It's a dead technology.
For this list, we'll be looking at forms of technology and inventions that have essentially vanished from modern-day use, likely having been replaced by something better.
Okay.
Despite the electronic connotation, that won't be a prerequisite for inclusion. Do you have any of these lying around? Let us know in the comments. Number 10,
VHS tapes.
HD DVD, Betamax, Laserdisc.
What's Betamax? Exactly.
Long before the days of Spotify, Netflix, and countless other digital platforms, physical media were all the rage. And for each format that the masses chose to buy, others fell to the wayside. One of the more recent battles in the format war was HD DVD versus Blu-ray. Both were said to be high-definition versions of DVD, but only one of them came out on top.
Now, I also was certain that HD DVD would win out over Blu-ray.
How old were you then?
Old enough to know better.
It's a familiar story that also played out in the 1980s when VHS beat out Betamax as the choice for home video. Even Laserdisc was supposed to be the next big thing and fizzled quickly.
Hey, so just to warn you, my dad only has a Laserdisc player and a movie called Fletch Lives.
Oh, I've seen it like so many times.
You serious?
No, I don't know what that is.
With digital downloads having replaced physical media, these old relics are now nothing more than a part of history.
Do you guys still buy
Number
DVDs?
9,
Because I
tabulating machine.
Now let's
Marvel
tabulate the
movies,
results of the
I
experiment.
like to have them
If
on
we
the
didn't
DVD
have
form.
computers, how would
And
we
it
tally
also
up
comes
large
with a
sums of
code
data?
for
You'd
me
probably
to
have to do it by
watch
hand.
it on my Apple devices.
That's one bet. Two bets. Three fabulous flyers.
Yet in the 1880s, Herman Hollerith found a way to use punch cards and a machine to tabulate large amounts of information. Much the same way a train conductor would punch a ticket, his machine would read the punched holes in cardstock and use it to keep tallies on various pieces of information.
Let's think about
Originally
easy we
used
have
in the
it these
U.S.
days.
Census, Hollerith's invention quickly became popular with those in the accounting field. The tabulating machine eventually fell out of favor with the invention of calculators and personal computers.
Okay, the computer is tabulating. Oh.
Number 8, telegraph machine.
The telegraph. S-O-S.
Morse code is a means by which two parties can communicate using different signal lengths and no audible voice. The dots and dashes are typically heard as sound or seen as flashes of light.
I wonder
This
how
system
many
was
people
thus
learn Morse
instrumental
code
in the
these
operation
days.
of the telegraph machine.
I don't know Morse code, but let me know if you know Morse code in
Urgent
the
request.
comments.
More diphtheria antitoxin. Stop.
These devices were quite popular during armed conflicts, as they required both the sender and the receiver to be versed in Morse code, or any other encrypted signaling being used at the time. As technology evolved, the advent of telephones and eventually the internet replaced the need for telegraphy and telegram machines.
Oh, he killed her. Just like the telephone killed the telegraph sex business.
Hey baby, I bet you're hot. Stop.
Oh
Number
my
7,
gosh.
Google Glass. Why does everything have to be smart?
This is your touchpad. It runs from your temple to your ear. Tap
I've
the
never even
touchpad
heard
to
of
wake up
this.
glass.
In 2013, Google began offering a prototype known as Google Glass. It was wearable tech that fit much like a pair of glasses, but allowed you to see many of the Google apps through a little glass window. With a built-in camera, the device suffered controversy over privacy concerns around the lack of consent when being recorded. The device did eventually allow other app developers to create programs to run on the platform, but Google killed the public version in 2015. It's since released enterprise versions of the technology, but it seems the world still isn't ready for smart
I do
glasses.
not
Google Glass? More like Google Ass.
remember
Number 6,
hearing about that.
VHS rewinders.
What's VHS?
What? There were
Now, here's a
VHS
piece of technology that
rewinders?
died as a result of collateral
What?
damage. When DVD and subsequently Blu-ray replaced the VHS cassette, it also took out the rewinder. Many folks from the
I never knew
videotape
there was
era
such a...
will remember rental stores reminding them to be
What?
kind, rewind. Okay. You see, VHS tapes had to be rewound to the beginning to
Right.
rewatch whatever was on it. So lo and behold, someone invented a machine that literally did nothing more than rewind these tapes.
Wow.
Places like Blockbuster Video commonly had several of these machines on hand, since renters would frequently forget to wind their rentals back, often resulting in a fee.
I'm just gonna
I
take
didn't
my
know that.
VCR,
Obviously,
my
that's
VCR
because
head
I was
cleaning
a
tape,
child
my VCR head
when I
cleaning
used to
spray,
use
my head cleaning rag, and my rewinder,
the
and just
VHS
get the hell out of
tape,
here.
so I didn't
Number
know that
5,
was a thing.
RF game adapters.
We need to order an adapter.
No, go buy an adapter. There's like 50 Russian electronic stores in Glendale.
Do you remember having to put your TV on channel 3 or 4 for your video game machine to work? No, seriously, that really was a thing at one time.
It has to be on channel 3.
Early home video game machines used a special switch that attached to the back of the TV that allowed game systems like Atari to play on your television. Even early home computers like the Commodore and the Amiga used these boxes. It wasn't until years later that televisions started to have extra audio and video inputs. Once the video game manufacturers caught up, the game adapter became obsolete.
You gotta find the RFP1U with coaxial cable so you can connect the video ins and outs.
Bob, English.
Right. Sorry.
Number 4, slide projectors.
Slides are almost ready.
I remember using it.
Ever wonder where the term slideshow came from? At one time, people would paint images onto glass and project light through them to show an image on a wall.
Let's go on
Okay,
slide.
never mind. I remember the projectors that we used to
Seated
use in
scribe,
class.
Egypt, 2400 BC.
In 1936, Kodak came out with
Not the
film
slide
slides that you could
projectors.
develop your photos onto. These small 2x2-inch slides later fit into a circular machine that would turn on demand,
Ooh.
switching slides in the process. The use of photographic slides and even
We
transparencies
have
on
it so
overhead
easy
projectors
now.
was quite popular until digital photos and the likes of PowerPoint came along.
Kodak.
PowerPoint.
Kodak.
Though
been in
perhaps
this
retro,
game.
the projectors themselves are otherwise relegated to the dustbin of history. Number 3, carbon paper.
You're messing things up with that carbon paper.
What do you know about it?
Yeah, out of the way.
What is carbon paper?
I was forging documents before your parents were born.
This entry is unique in that it's the only one on this list that isn't electric whatsoever. Carbon paper was a type of paper that had a layer of ink on one side and was often used to create multiple copies of other paperwork. The ink on the other side of the carbon would transfer to anything underneath it when pressure was applied from the other
But I
side.
think that that's still
So
a-
if you wrote on the top of
That's
the
not a thing
paper,
still?
the carbon printed a copy underneath. It was often employed with early credit card machines, checks, and receipts.
A savings bond
now it's like an
printed
ink
on
pad,
carbon-based paper
right?
paid to a carbon-based man for something he made out of carbon.
Carbonless copy
cool.
paper and the use of word processing applications and real printers eventually
Right.
made this black, messy invention obsolete.
the carbon paper under your heart and gave me just a copy of your love.
Number 2, daisy wheel printers. Shaped like a flower, daisy wheel printers used
Oh,
a combination
no.
of new and old technology.
Look
The
how
wheel contained tiny
slow that
slivers,
moves.
each of which had a single character formed at the end, similar to the metal arms
Well, I
used
mean,
on a
you know.
typewriter. When something was printed from a computer, the device
progress
would spin the wheel
through
to
the
the
years.
proper character, and a single hammer would push it against an ink ribbon, causing the impression on the paper.
Ah.
It would switch from character to character very fast as it typed out whatever had been printed.
But it's not
They were
faster
far
than the printer
superior
these
in
days.
quality to dot matrix printers, but eventually faded away into oblivion with the introduction of inkjet and laser technology.
Right.
That's not scary.
It is if you're a laser printer.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a couple of honorable
I
mentions.
don't want the honorable
Telex
mentions. I want the
machines.
top pick.
Text messaging prior to the digital era.
Oh. Really?
Fine. Then go check your telex.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
A burn notice?
Cinerama. An early attempt at IMAX-like quality in movies.
It was eventually abandoned because they went to Hollywood with it. Traditional Hollywood crews had a lot of problems in working in Cinerama.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Subscribe to me too.
Number 1. acoustic coupler modems.
I don't know what
are you doing?
acoustic coupler modem.
Dialing into the school's computer.
1983 this.
The mere mention of dial-up internet in today's world triggers memories of terrible connection speeds and awful noises emitted by your computer.
Man. That was the days. These were the days.
Even before the internet was a thing, early computers could use modems to connect to each other. The earliest versions of this technology involved putting the actual phone receiver into a machine that would convert sound into digital pulses. It was kind of like giving a computer a set of ears to use the phone. As technology grew, the need to plug the handset in faded, and now the acoustic coupler is merely a reminder of how far technology has come.
That's
I guess
cool,
I better
though.
get going.
Thanks for the ride.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other reason.
I can't tell you that I do not agree with your picks because I honestly had never heard of a lot of these things. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Thank you for stopping by. Again, my name is Brittany, and peace out.